Welcome back to our YouTube channel, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for your continued support and for tuning in to our show. Talks about Limuru 3 is gaining momentum throughout the country and especially in central, in Mount Kenya. And there are forces that are hell-bent on making sure that this meeting is not going to take place because it is really sending shivers down the spine of very many politicians. As this is happening, the question of who is the putative kingpin in Mount Kenya is still there at large. And I want to ask you a question. Who do you think is the real kingpin in Mount Kenya? Or let me put it this way. Do you think Rigathi Gachagua is the real kingpin and the real spokesperson in Mount Kenya? Do you think Rigathi Gachagua is? And if your answer is no, then let me put that question this way. Can you accept Rigathi Gachagua as the new kingpin in Mount Kenya? Because each and every region must have a kingpin based on our Kenyan politics. In Nyanza, it is Raila Amolo Odinga. In Rift Valley, it is William Samoei Ruto. In Coast, people still believe Joho is the kingpin. They have identified him. In the Mulembe Nation, we don't know. I don't know whether it's Musalia Mudavadi, Moses Wetangula. I don't know whether George Natembeya is also in. But who is the real kingpin in Mount Kenya? I'm asking this question because Kabando, the former Mukurweini member of parliament, dropped Bombshell. This is what he's saying, that Rigathi Gachagua's national powers and state privileges are constitutionally prescribed. We recognize and respect that. But in matters real politics, truth is he ain't Mount Kenya kingpin. Not yet. For what Limuru 3 is worth, he should stop fidgeting. His real scare is his boss, Zakayo. That is what Kabando is telling Rigathi Gachagua. And this is not the kind of news or message that Rigathi Gachagua would want to read during such moment, because you know that our politics is shaping up. In fact, even the political realignments can be seen. You can try and predict that the following is going to happen because, for example, there is a strong opposition that is coming, and I can assure you that people like Alfred Keter is going to be there. Millionaire Buzeki is going to be there. Gadhoni wa Mushomba is going to be there. Jimmy Wanjigi is going to be there. Babu Owino is going to be there. We have a host of leaders. And of course, Kabando might also be part of it. You can easily see that our opposition come 2027 is going to attract very many heads because they have criticized this government. They feel that the government is not in the right trajectory. We can also feel that William Ruto is not keen on taking Gachagua as his deputy, as his running mate. But it is not going to be a walk in the park because Rigathi Gachagua has set his eyes on the ball and he's not going to let go. But what exactly does it mean when Rigathi Gachagua receives such messages? And that is what I want us to look at. Please subscribe to our channel if you're watching us for the first time. Click the notification bell. This will allow YouTube to notify you if you love our show. I want to thank you so very much to those who take the moment to support this channel in one way or the other. Ladies and gentlemen, that tweet reveals several intrigues. Number one, it has dented the ability of Rigathi Gachagua's attempts to unite Mount Kenya. Because if there is something that Rigathi Gachagua is keen on, is to try and unite Mount Kenya. But in his bid to unite Mount Kenya, he is hiding under the guise that he wants to unite Mount Kenya around William Samoei Ruto. He is on record as saying that they voted for William Ruto about 70%. And there is a 30% that is remaining there, the ones that voted for Raila because of Uhuru Kenyatta's Jubilee Party and all this. And he's saying that come 2027, it would be his wish that the 30% also gets into the UDA basket so that they support William Samoei Ruto. But when you further scrutinize the intention of Rigathi Gachagua's attempt or quest to unite Mount Kenya, he's uniting Mount Kenya so that after William Ruto, he believes he will become the automatic heir apparel, that he will inherit State House. But it is not going to be very easy because there are several interests in Mount Kenya, and there are people who are not very happy when Rigathi Gachagua is bidding or making attempts to unite Mount Kenya. William Ruto himself is not very happy because William Ruto does not want a situation where there is another leader who is rivaling him. He wants, for example, to come to Mount Kenya without passing through Rigathi Gachagua. The other day, William Ruto held a very secretive meeting with Mount Kenya leaders, to be very precise, from Kiambu. And it was revealed that Rigathi Gachagua was missing in action. And so was Moses Kuria, who was also not seen in that meeting. And that is the kind of politics that William Ruto wants. He does not want to pass through Gachagua. William Ruto would want that when he's coming to Mount Kenya, then he's coming there to meet the people. So he's not very happy. And this is what Kabando is revealing to Rigathi Gachagua, that his main problem is not the Limuru 3 that Uhuru and the Kamwene leaders have organized. People like Ndindi Nyoro are not very happy because there are several center of powers that William Ruto has created. And Ndindi Nyoro also believes that after William Samoei Ruto's 10 term, that is what they believe 10 term, or if William Ruto is not going to make it in 2027, then they believe that they will make an attempt. In fact, Ndindi Nyoro has been endorsed by leaders from Murang'a, and he believes that it is not time for Rigathi Gachagua. They've argued out that Kiambu has produced, as a county, 2 presidents, Kenyatta the senior and Uhuru Kenyatta. They believe that Nyeri has produced a president, the former president, late President Mwai Kibaki, and Nyeri has also produced a deputy president, Rigathi Gachagua. So there is a narrative that is being crafted that it is time for Murang'a. And with this, he is not very happy if Rigathi Gachagua would succeed in uniting Mount Kenya. Because when you succeed in uniting Mount Kenya, then you will speak for them, they will rally behind you, and they will do what you want. So this tweet reveals that. Number 2, Rigathi Gachagua would really wish to be recognized as the sole spokesperson in Mount Kenya, as Mount Kenya kingpin. But this tweet throws spanners in the works. There are people who still believe that their Udhamaki is Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. If you listen to what Gathoni Mushomba, the Githunguri member of parliament, is saying, she revisits scenes of 2007 when people fought in this country, and there was news that people from Mount Kenya were being killed in a certain part of this country. And it is rumored that Uhuru Kenyatta chaired a meeting where the City Hopper buses were ferried with goons carrying pangas, and they went there to help their people to kill. And you know, that is a story we want to forget. But Gathoni says that that sacrifice showed beyond reasonable doubt that Uhuru Kenyatta sacrificed, and so is the real kingpin. She has been asking Rigathi Gachagua to show what he has done to the people of Mount Kenya so that what warrants him to be recognized as a kingpin. But Rigathi says that he's played a role. He's saying that he liberated Mount Kenya from the yokes and the burden of Uhuru Kenyatta. That is what he says. But that has backfired because he promised people that William Ruto was going to make life better for them. Now they are crying fall of avocado taxes. They're crying fall when their houses are being demolished because of the housing levy or housing the affordable houses. They're crying fall because there isn't any iota of development that William Ruto can brag about. All that has been launched are Uhuru projects. Some of the mega projects like Mau Maua Road was stalled. And some people feel that no, this is not the man that campaigned for us. Even in terms of appointments, William Ruto has taken the lion's share, and therefore they're asking, what is it that Rigathi Gachagua has done to warrant him to be the Mount Kenya kingpin? Number three, the danger of dining very closely with William Ruto has been revealed in this week because William Ruto is not very happy. Because Rigathi Gachagua is gaining momentum. Rigathi Gachagua is making moves. He was talking about one man, one shilling, one vote. All of a sudden, he's now confronting William Samoei Ruto. This is something that they thwarted in the last regime when they accused Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Amolo Odinga of trying to dish out positions to the dynasty. And they promised that they were going to form a government of the hustlers. BBI contained one man, one shillings, one vote. It has been very close to Uhuru's heart. They thwarted it. Now he's coming back with it and he's saying we have no apologies to make. And that does not augur well with William Samoei Ruto because one, this is plunging or making Rigathi Gachagua popular. That is something that William Ruto does not want. So what is the danger that Kabando is trying to reveal? If you look at William Ruto, he's the one who has created those centers of power. Kimani Chungwa does not subscribe to Rigathi's political ideology. It is like he's independent. The other time you saw him being given the lion's share of money that is meant for maintenance, road maintenance. He took about 90% of the money that is supposed to go to the constituencies in Mount Kenya. That was in Kiambu County, denying the other constituencies. Ndindi Nyoro is not reading from the same page. That is another creation, another center of power that has been created by William Samoei Ruto. It is also being said by experts that William Ruto is not keen on retaining Rigathi Gachagua as a running mate. You know, when he took Rigathi Gachagua, just like when Kenyatta appointed the former president Daniel Toroitich arap Moi, they described him as a passing cloud. And maybe William Ruto thought that Rigathi Gachagua was just another passing cloud because he was given Kithure Kindiki, but for some reasons he decided to pick Rigathi Gachagua. Now Rigathi Gachagua has proved to be a force to reckon with. In fact, any bid to drop him in 2027 is not very likely because Rigathi Gachagua will put a very spirited fight that William Ruto cannot win. He knows how to rally the support base of Mount Kenya. So, ladies and gentlemen, this tweet reveals quite a lot, intrigues about the division in UDA, the futile efforts in trying to unite Mount Kenya, and the threat that Limuru 3 is posing to Rigathi Gachagua. Because if leaders will meet there, they will be scrutinizing and asking hard questions. What has Rigathi Gachagua done for us as ever since he became a deputy president? They will be comparing the promises during campaigns vis-a-vis what they have accomplished. And so Rigathi is terrified. Rigathi is fighting very many wars, fighting to ensure that he overpowers Uhuru Kenyatta in Mount Kenya, fighting to ensure that William Ruto does not retain the kingship that he has in the mountain, fighting people like Ndindi Nyoro. And so, Ladies and gentlemen, Kabando is saying that not yet. Rigathi Gachagua cannot be recognized as a kingpin. What is your take on Kabando's tweet? Kindly share with me on the comment section.